Hello, Mashpee families. It's Mrs. Burke from the Mashpee Public Library. Since we missed seeing all of you at the library, we thought we'd bring the library to you. So join us now as we welcome Alex the Jester, who performs an extremely unique form of comedy.
Gaggedy best Alex suggested is a Mac and him decided and that's how I talk my entire show. Janet Burke of the Mashpee Public Library knows this, and in spite of my nonsense gibberish, she's hired me many times to perform here, and I'm the type that needs crowds bigger than 50 people. And so this summer, a lot of our gigs were canceled. I say our because I brought a couple friends here who do shows. And this gig wasn't canceled because Janet had the idea of giving you guys on public access the chance to see the show. And I was inspired to teach you guys how I do some of my skills so that if you can't go to a live show because they have more than 50 people and you're close by, you can actually create a show in your house. You can do some of this stuff right in your kitchen. And so we're going to begin with a bunch of little things. I'm going to whip through them, and then I'll stop and break it down so you can do it. So just to get your attention if you're tuning in. Stop. Bow. I'll get that back on there. Is that going to work? All right. This is sweet, really good. Oh, that was sour. This is my sour face. I'll give you my sweet face. So there's just a teaser of a few of these things, and I'll show you how we do this. And many, many more. You guys ready? Yeah. Well, we started, I think, with this one. This is the finger wave. You want to try that? So the trick to doing that is you push your fingers all the way down. Then you go that side, and then let the bottom ones get to the top and push them over. And let that get to the top like that. Yeah. That's it, Lindsay. Lindsay is here too from Mashpee Public Library. And as a variation, you could try it with just two fingers. Tell me if that's easier or harder to do it with two fingers. That's the wave.
I think that's harder.
So maybe this way is how you get your thumb off. You grab your thumb. Some actually even really grab it to get the feeling of it. I give it a couple of yanks, and then while you're doing that, you sneak down the thumb, rip it off. I think this time I like looking in there like, ooh, there's a thumb in here, and I put it back on down. I like to sort of give it a little bit of a rub, sort of hold it there. And that's how you do your thumb. Eating fingers. The tip is you point the finger at your mouth. Because if I went like this, how does that look? But if I go like this, get it all the way in there. Getting that? I'm looking over at Sarah and Mac. Making faces quickly. If I went like this, not quite cutting it because my timing's a little bit off. The way I'm able to go like The way I'm able to do that really fast is I tell my face, I make a face, let's start with a smile, make a smile. Don't change it, just keep it frozen until your hands touch your nose. And that's the trigger to do the change. And then you put it down. So they're never seeing it. In fact, for extra points, you can even do it with one hand. I think it would probably work. So the touching is my cue so I can change the face. Here's how you make your thumb, stretch your thumb. You bite your thumb guys, and now you pull it down, or you make your pinky, that's your small finger, make it even smaller. Hey, can you stick out your tongue and touch your nose? You can do that? Stick out your tongue. Try to stick out your tongue and touch your nose. Here it is. Ha, 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 you touched your nose. Let me show you how you get that thumb again. Remember I made the thumb and I stretched it really long? You bite your thumb. You pull it down. I'm going to give you the angle here. See that? You pull it down, but you're sneaking the thumb underneath, and then you pull it down, you pop it back up, and no one knows the riser that you actually switch the thumbs on them. That's a trick. That's a kind of trickier trick. Maybe you might want one. Look, this one looks as good, and this one may take less practice with the mirror. You take the little part of your little finger, and you push it down. You pop it up. Doesn't that look kind of cool? I see your horrified face. That's convincing. All I'm doing, I'll do it from the side. In fact, I'll do it from the top so you can really see the pinky. I'm doing that to my pinky. Can you guys do that to your pinky? I love seeing Bill's doing it now. A juggler, juggling two cameras and a shrinking pinky. So then once you got that moved down, all you do is you put your fingers around that top little joint and you go, someone that put a sound effect. Or whatever sound you want. And that's the smaller finger. This little trick is just for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not for anyone watching. Take your ears, you pull them out. You are hearing slightly better now, but not a huge amount. But if you do this simple thing, you've probably seen people maybe do this. If you're in the woods and you hear an animal and you want to hear it again, you put your fingers up high so your ears, I call these deer ears. And we're just going to listen for a second. I'm hearing the air conditioning. Are you? You guys hearing the air? I can hear someone tiptoeing around here, as quiet as they are. Now, if you think I'm just making this up, talk really quiet. Yeah. I'm going to go super quiet. And if you think this is just something that we're faking, go and then take away your ears and go. This is like a superpower. I don't know why more people don't do this. If they're out someplace they want to hear birds sing, I can see from your faces. A naturalist showed me, and I was like, sometimes I'd see someone go, "Hey, what?" But it only works when you cup the ears, and not like that. You cup them, and when you have both, you got stereo. And that trick, that's just to impress yourself, and you double your hearing. Now, I've got another one that is also just for yourself. In fact, this is especially just for yourself because it annoys other people. You're okay learning something. Now, this annoys people, so don't do this around other people. But you're going to you'll entertain yourself. So grab your cheeks and pull them out. That's it, Lindsay. You got it, Sarah and Mac. You got them pulled out? Now take a big breath. Big breath. And now let the air out slowly while you squeeze your cheeks like this. Let's see how you guys are doing with that. Come on. Maybe one cheek might be easier. Oh, so the air is not coming out your mouth. It's just coming out your cheek. You've been so good so far, Lindsay. You've been very patient, but seems like, all right. Oh, there you go, do that.
Wait, what is it? How do you do this?
In fact, maybe not even breathe out, but just don't breathe, just try that. I think this is one that my teaching methods need a little work on this.
You got it.
This one, Bill, I might go a little bit bigger on. Am I still in the screen, Bill? Want to learn how to do the mime wall? Who knows how? Who made the mime wall famous? Some people saw Marcel Marceau.
Yeah.
He made that huge. The guy who invented it, though, is from New England. He had a Celebration Barn in Maine, Tony Montanaro, and he taught this really well. I was lucky to learn it from him. You'd simply, because I didn't even practice this a lot. You can learn this really quickly with his instruction. Tony would say you have two hands. You have relaxed hands, and you have a wall hand. That's a wall hand. That's a wall hand. Relaxed, wall, relaxed, wall. Yeah, that's it. And what makes illusion work is you always keep at least one hand on the wall. You always keep one hand on the wall. Because if I went like this, that's not quite cutting it, right? I like your dance move there, man. But if you always keep one hand, and then once you got the thing where you can keep one hand on, and you don't have to be perfect if they're slightly off, that's not the biggest thing. But you always keep at least one there, and it stays still. Now keep them both still, and see if you can just sort of move the body, but not the hand. Yeah, that's it, Mac. Oh, Sarah's got it too. Isn't that kind of cool, Janet? They just learned that, or maybe they're talented, but they're very talented. So that's the mime wall. In fact, you can see if you can keep your hands in this, like if you took a measuring tape to the same height from the floor, but you try to go down a little bit, or maybe go up. Oh yeah, you guys got it. Did you get a sense of it? So, I was enjoying watching you. I like it when they take it further. Take your pointer fingers, cross them, and now with your pointing fingers, put them around your nose. So you're pinching your nose. Are you pinching your nose? Pinching your nose? Okay. I know. I think she knows this one.
I don't know this.
Right. So be nice to Mac, because he's going to learn this the hard way. You learned it the hard way, right?
I have several times. Yes.
But you do it to Mac. Show Mac what.
Oh, I've never.
So, well, this is a different way. I like this way because this is quicker. So, ready? Figure it out.
Can't do it
We'll go work
anymore. Let's do it again.
How did you do that?
Isn't that funny? I would keep doing it so slow that you get it. Come on, Mac. Yeah. By the way, you'll have your comeuppance to her, I'm sure. I am sure. When you have to bust a move, you'll say, all right, ready? They're there. You cross them. Go for it. Remember, there's no bad moves. You just have to have outcome. Cross them. I saw the light bulb go off. Do it now. Ta-da! Now, show that to someone before you go to bed. You have a couple of roommates in Somerville, right? Show them that. You'll get a smile. And now you can see them have to sweat a little. They got give it up for Mac, who did it with the cameras and the lights on. Now, with your pointed finger, don't poke yourself in the eye. Just take your eye out gently. Take your eye out. I have a contact on that eye. And anyone who has contacts and has had it pop out knows you can actually put your contact in your mouth because it's a saline solution in your mouth. Put your eye in your mouth, like that. Check your other one out too. Put your eyes in your mouth. Take out your two eyes. And then put them back in. Whoops. I think I got my eyes crossed. You can come in close for this one, Bill. Now, this is one way of crossing eyes. I bet many of you have crossed your eyes before. Does this look good or does this look good? This down or looking up? I think so too. So, extra eye crossing credit. You cross your eyes up. And now, you guys want to learn some advanced eye crossing?
Definitely.
So you cross your eyes, and then you try to look off to the side. This I learned in an Alaskan fishing cannery before I became a performer. And I just had the same roommate, and I said, what are my eyes doing? This is the one trick you can't learn with a mirror. A mirror is your friend for many, but not for this. We're going to blow up our hand. So just bite your thumb. Or not bite, actually. Hold it like it's like a piece of a balloon and go. Then pinch off your balloon and let it. What's this one?
Yeah, what is this one again?
Who knows what that is? One of you guys must know that, right? You've seen that before.
Stephanie.
I would call it the worm in the keyhole.
Yeah, me neither.
In fact, why don't you guys have done it before. Why don't you show the camera how you do? This is your camera. I should be looking at this one here. And sometimes I think this one might look better if it's a worm than going up like that maybe. Or like that one. This is just one that, what's this? You've probably heard it. What's this?
Spider doing push-ups on a mirror.
Say it again louder.
Spider doing push-ups on a mirror.
I suppose the camera heard you, but I couldn't hear it. Yes, that's spider doing push-ups in a mirror. Now take your spider and crumple it all up. Get it really small. Yeah, what am I going to do next? What do you think I'm going to do? Yes. Yeah, they can do it. I'm watching Mac and... Oh, yeah. 1.5. So, make a big wave. Hey, this is a really big wave. A smaller one. Look at this little... It's so little, I call it a microwave. If you forget everything else, just remember this one gag. You will always have something you can make people smile with. And that's what this program's about. It's about you sharing little things. Spreading smiles, spreading joy, spreading laughter. Get the endorphins coming out of you. This is great to show little kids. It's, for some reason, all my life I never saw this until like 5 or 10 years ago. Make a heart. How do you make a heart? Yeah. Yeah, make a heart. That's a sweet one. Now, here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open the doors. Closed. No people. I guess they're social distancing. Oh, there's one on the roof. There's a couple on the roof. What are you guys doing up there? Oh, they're trying to shoot rabbits. Ugh. I'm mentioning rabbits. I lived in Somerville for 22 years. Most of those years were rabbit-free. All of a sudden, rabbits are showing up. Have you noticed? Like, when was the last time you saw a rabbit? Yeah, like yesterday, every day, there are rabbits here. Make a rabbit. Make a gun. Oh, wait, we're not going to hurt the rabbit in this production. All right, it's a water pistol. Right, make a water pistol. Turn the water pistol into a rabbit. Turn the rabbit into a water pistol. Now, nice. I have a couple of the staff people giving me some good energy by trying this. Because you're going to show this to your patrons when the library opens. Now, switch on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, switch. Get the trigger up there. Don't worry, I didn't get this my first try.
It's hard.
Oh, well, this is...
Looks really easy, but
These are tricks. 1, 2, 3, switch. I didn't get my second try either. Get the nose there. There you go. 1, 2, 3, switch. There. It takes most people about 100 tries. 1, 2, 3. Oh, did you just open? Yeah, I'm sorry. I was excited. Janet, so get the nose over there. 1, 2, 3, switch. Trigger up. There you go. But you can get 100 tries real fast. 1, 2, 3, switch. We've got 94 to go. 1, 2, 3, switch. Check your hands out. Give yourselves a round of applause for trying. Was that a rabbit or was it a hare? What are these anyway? I see people doing this a lot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 microwaves. I want to take a break and shoot behind the table or the door. Or how about I'll come out of the closet? So. That wasn't too hard. That was super. Ah! So this is great, and you have a doorway. Do this if you're walking by a restaurant and the diners are in the window, like in Somerville where we are. There's tons of patio. You do this in the window. You always get a reaction from the diners. And now with COVID, we're having so many Zoom meetings. Do this in your Zoom meeting. You have that box. This will break things up. Try this. You do that? I'm hearing it. Good. Good. Look at everyone. Bill's got it too. Hey, Tasia, can you go? So now we're going to do it the other way. And then with a little practice, you get your lips loose. Who is that guy who would do punctuation? One of the greatest comedians ever. Victor Borg. He'd go like up here. Yeah, up here. And the way I'm doing that is my lips are soft, like really loose lips. And then I take the tongue on the back of my throat and push it up at the same time. That's an advanced one. Let me go to one that's a medium one. This is not easy, but it's not as advanced as that. This is make your lips round like a circle like this. And now pop it with your hand like this. Ah, Mary and Lindsay doing it really good. Oh, Max got it. You got the low one. You got the low one. Now, Sarah, if you want to get the louder one, you bring your tongue a little closer to your teeth and they'll get higher. This one, Max got fast. So this one takes a little practice, but you do it in the mirror and then you'll be going like, and then you go, oh, I got it. What did I do? What did I do? In fact, if you want to learn the most hard thing at all, that's not even on the curriculum, but you guys have been pretty advanced, the taxi whistle is so useful. And the way you learn that hard thing, and it is hard, you do it in the front of the mirror, and you go, I just did it. And you look in the mirror and you go, what did I just do? This is how, it's a great way you can learn these things. Or maybe this is a sign of all the hours I spent alone at home as my misspent childhood. So back to the pop. That's the best one I've heard. You're getting it. I love seeing it on camera. Sarah is getting the pop. A popping champ. So, I'm going to give you advanced popping. The tongue is at the back of the throat for the low one. If you move the tongue closer to teeth, it comes higher. It's all where the tongue is. And this is a key principle for a lot of fun mouth sounds, is the tongue being in the back of the throat, or in the middle, or all the way to the front, or even pressing against the teeth. And when you get that one, because that sounds almost like a bottle, right? You're pouring. But if you do that in a restaurant, it looks a little goofy because you're slapping your face. But you can do it without your hand by clicking the tongue at the back of your throat. Try that. What's that part called? The little punching bag hanging. The glottis? Huh? You what? No, you feel it. Yeah. So that thing, you click it. And then with the same principle of the tongue being at the back of the throat, middle, the front, you could actually take a bottle in your fancy restaurant and totally fool people by going, you almost pour it out, but you go, here's your glass. And then you keep all the wine for yourself. You make them smile, and then of course, after they've treated you nicely, you give them their glass of wine. Other tapping using that same throat principle? I like to do 2 fingers. It gives me just about the right. Some people take all their fingers, or they do one quiet. You got that, Lindsay, yes. I like playing this. This is a classic. I didn't come up with this. I've heard many people play this. Thanks, Ryder. Bah. Good. Bah. Can you do an elephant? That's an advanced one. Yeah. Elephant. Oh, you got the motion. Let me see the trunk there. So, Crickets. Oh, this is crazy art, right?
Oh my gosh.
The one that's I could teach you guys real quick though is the duck. Make your fingers into like a little very small OK sign, and you try to blow in it like a trumpet. Yeah. Look at the video so you can show this to your kid. Meow. Meow. Meow, meow. You got this. We're gonna be cats together.
Okay.
Meow, meow, meow. Beautiful. This is something, it's so worth doing with someone in the house. You talk cat. And this is coming full circle to when I do my big show, I like to talk gibberish. And this gives me a way to connect with people who don't even speak English. And it's led to lots of gigs in Europe and Asia. So I like to do gibberish, and I'm going to ask you to just be unconcerned of how you sound. You can't make a mistake. You just make a noise. Bugga. Booger bugga. Bigger, bigger. Bigger. Wow. Bigger, bigger. Booga. Booga bugga, booga bugga, big ba. Ba, booga booga booga. They can do it themselves. You're picking up really quick. See, because you're not afraid of making a mistake. So let's see, you just carry on. You two talk a little gibberish. This is good. They just did it. This is something that we're all capable of. But when I show people, only maybe half can do it. Half are trying to be clever. They're trying to be smart. But you just go with it. You just play. Because you don't so much stop playing when you get old, but you do get old when you stop playing. So just play gibberish like Mac and Sarah did, and it's really good. You come in, like you walk into a store and you're about to buy something, you do it right in front of someone, and just going for it, you will definitely convince them that you're speaking another language. And if you're feeling mischievous, you can even talk about them. You go, oh yeah, you know. And then I often like to stop and listen. That's part of talking is listening. Go, Bobo, huh? What? So throw one of those in, and you'll be spreading smiles. I promise you that. Laughter too. How do you fix a tomato? With tomato paste. How do you fix a pumpkin? You crack pumpkin patch.
Oh gosh.
How do you fix a joke? Silly putty. A duck flies over this. Whoa. I'm going to show you rapid. Those on the record, you can use those. I didn't make those up. I'm so used to making up all my gags in my show that I am just enjoy going for it. This is what we've been doing for thousands of years, starting in the caves. We just share these things. And if you've noticed so far, have we been using instruments or props or costume changes? This is stuff with just what we all have, which is our bodies and our minds. I know. Thank you for being a good sport. I'm walking into snaps now. Maybe I saw this somewhere in old comedies. You got it? Max going later. Okay, you didn't go like that, but look. So that is snap, snap, pop. Well, you can demonstrate it there. At the advanced level, you try to get 2 fingers. Sometimes, like a little moisture, like it might lick your fingertips, and you rub that together. especially on there, and then that helps. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Oh man, you're. Here's a hand bone. Well, I had this here in front of me. I definitely want that. We're going to come down to here. Yeah, other side. Yeah, you know where I'm going. I want to hear. Sarah's going to town. I want to hear Sarah's solo.
So much pressure.
All right, do you want to do a solo back? Oh, there. All right. Just do that and throw it at me.
Okay. Oh.
I saw the Hawaiian in you. Did we prearrange this?
No.
This was just because we got in the mood of playfulness. This didn't take equipment either. I'm going to lay down a super simple rhythm, and then I'm going to throw it at you. I'm going to do a 4 count, 1 measure, 4 beats. Boo, cha cha boo, cha cha boo, cha cha boo.
Boom, 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 boom. This time was 8 beats.
Silent solo.
Playfulness. Thank you, Mac and Sarah. I'm going to give you a chance to do one more thing here. Mac's going to do a move right now. Take a break out, Mac, anytime you're ready. All right. Thank you, Mac.
That's nice.
He's got some moves too.
I know.
But you're
Seen them.
maybe not going up. Yeah. Oh, you've seen some. All right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do you want to show a move huh? Yeah. Max taught
Oh,
them.
are you a student with me?
Yeah. I'm going to learn one.
Okay, this is just crisscross.
Yes.
Really easy to do. Just like your hands go like this. Arms go out, and your legs will do the same thing. In, out, there you go, and then bring it together. One more time. In, out. Now this time, in, and turn.
Oh.
Keep your pose. Don't turn.
Out. In.
And, and your pose can be silly too. So
Hey.
one more time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legs out. In. Out. In one more time. Use the elbow. You can go for more turns if you want.
Triple two.
Yes.
Okay.
I barely made it around one.
So you go. One. Out. In. With the elbow.
Oh.
Now turn.
With carpet and
I
sneakers.
know, carpet is like,
Yes. Thank you, Mac.
Yes. Thank you.
You want to?
Just like this.
Thank you, Mac. Mac is a DJ, dancer, also teaches both, does a lot of gigs. How can people find you, Mac?
I have email, Instagram, Facebook. That's probably.
Right, but what's the name? Just Mac Joseph?
Yeah.
If they go find Mac Joseph. Street dancer, maybe?
Yeah, on Facebook.
All right. We're lucky to have Mac. We also have a world travel street performer. I wouldn't have picked her if I thought she couldn't also be not on 100%, which very few performers who are used to doing big crowds like Sarah can do. But thank you very much. Sarah Coons, is that?
yeah, S-A-R-A-K-U-N-E.
K-U-N-Z, just four-letter name. That's a very short website address. SARAKUNZ.com. You can find out more about Sarah that way too. I'm here because Janet Burke presented this show a bunch of times, and this was the year when you couldn't get big crowds. But I feel just as energized by sharing, and I really hope to see some of you guys try it. And my challenge to you is do a couple of these things. Don't try to remember all of them at once, just do 2 before you go to bed. Show them to someone at the house, and you make them smile. Spread joy, spread laughter. Hey, that's how we'll all get through hard things together, isn't it? Thank you very much.
This program is supported by a grant from the Mashpee Cultural Council, a local agency which is supported by the Massachusetts Cultural Council, a state agency. This program is supported by a grant from the Mashpee Cultural Council, a local agency which is supported by the Massachusetts Cultural Council, a state agency.
Sounds great.